And I think that's what the reason we've looked towards what we can do as a region is when the regional projects have come out, there's been a lot of focus on collaboration and revenue sharing and things like that. And land use was, you know, one of the factors, but a very limited factor, and that's why we felt it was important to go out and say, what's the agriculture kind of community going to do about their land use opportunities and innovation and entrepreneurship to fit within the rest of the regional structures. I think if you look at the southern tier of what is known as the 16 county Northeast Ohio region, you go from Carroll County to Richland County across the southern tier, which is the Route 30 corridor, and you have a lot of livestock agriculture in that. You have pasture beef and things like that to the eastern corridor, Carroll County area. Working across through our area, a very significant dairy community to some grain operations and small dairy operations in the Richland National County area also. I think we'd like to be known as that livestock corridor and in that agritourism kind of area for the region. Like the lake to the north, we want to be kind of the tourism and major livestock producer. So every time we build a barn in this area for livestock, we protect our landscape for other opportunities. I think when you look at Northeast Ohio, Ashtabula County's got some livestock, but they got that unique microclimate that runs down along the lake for the grape industry. So a really key asset for there. That we have some grapes here, but that is just a unique environment there also. And then dispersed in between, you have opportunities for some livestock, but a lot of orchards and vegetable operations in between the cities that provide good access to the people in Northeast Ohio. If you look at the ag stats, there's just a great abundance of numbers of farms in Northeast Ohio interested in all kinds of food production, much more than anywhere else in the state, and it's because we're dispersed in between the main cities of Akron, Youngstown, and Cleveland. So. Okay, I guess when it comes down to looking at Wayne County, we look at like a multi-county area is when we consider Wayne or Greater Wayne County, which would be Wayne, Ashland, Holmes, Stark, Tusk. It's kind of the agriculture or livestock agricultural pocket of Northeast Ohio, and there's a significant amount of capacity there. You're talking about a $250 million worth of dairy product just coming off the farm in that community, the anchor of the Swiss cheese industry for the nation. I mean, the #1 Swiss cheese area in the U.S. comes from that pocket of farms, and beyond the dairy side of it, we're the top 4, the top 5 broiler operation counties in the state of Ohio. So when it comes to poultry access, Northeast Ohio has access to some great farms on poultry. Many of those are Amish or smaller producer dispersed barn environments. So great. A lot of capacity when it comes to agricultural production. The area had historically at one time been very significant amount of vegetable production also. There was a pickle plant here in Worcester at one point, and some muck crop ground to the south. Some very proud potato farmers in the Smithville area. Some of that production is still there, but there's a lot of land capacity for those type of significant amount of production within the region, but it's not to the scale of the 50,000 acres that we talk about Michigan potato farms. It's where we can grow potatoes from Northeast Ohio that are, maybe white potatoes, or maybe we need to explore some other varieties. But the capacity is here, local to the region, and just like to get better access to it, to the marketplace. But we're also looking for opportunities of scale where we can bring 100 producers together and deliver the product that Northeast Ohio wants through an existing processor, whether that be cheese, poultry, pork, whatever. Those are the type of arrangements we'd like to really see grow from an economic development standpoint to get those cooperative groups, producers together under protocols you'd like. Or maybe just you like the product being from Northeast Ohio, and we already have those people raising that product here. Keep it here instead of sending it out of the state. Kind of on the northern edge of Appalachia here, so you're getting into some rolling landscapes that don't provide great big, flat level fields. We have diverse landscapes with contour strip cropping, so a lot of hay is grown between the corn and the soybeans. So your natural landscape requires that to hold the soil and to treat it in a conservative way, or conservation method of conservation, that you're going to grow multiple crops and diversity. That also leaves you with corners and edges and things where people over time maybe have an orchard as part of their operation, or some just big family gardens that have grown to where they're accessing markets with those family gardens because of the history and the culture of canning and growing small plots. It's continuing to extend as people have an interest in local food. So that's attributed to the diversity of the community. Mm-hmm. Probably also limited by some of the social culture of the community, that still a lot of horse-drawn and small tractor type operations that use that method of tilling the land in comparison to other areas. And so you'll see on a day, you may see a horse-drawn manure spreader and a GPS-guided tractor farming side by side across parcel lines, but they get along very well, and it's just part of our community, that diversity.